right, it's just the two of us right now, so we can start. We'll sit tall with our eyes closed, right leg in front of the left. Place one hand on your chest and let the other hand rest on the belly. Coming inward for a moment, quietly witnessing the breath. Feel how the chest is rising and falling on each inhalation and exhalation. Feel the belly as it inflates and deflates beneath your hand. Lower your hands to the knees. Your palms are turned down. Inhale. Use your exhalation to open your eyes and hinge forward from the hips. Let's walk our hands out and let the head hang. Inhale, lifting your head, lifting the chest, walk the hands in, and we'll sit tall. We'll reach our right arm overhead, looking upward to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale. We're going to twist to our right. So left hand outside of the right knee. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twisting from the waist. Push off the back hand, come back to center. And this time it's your left arm that stretches overhead. You're looking upward. Inhale, center. And exhale, twist to the left. Right hand outside of the knee. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twisting from the waist. We'll push off the back hand and come to center. We're going to do our chest opener next. So place the fingertips on the floor behind you. The fingertips are turned away from you. Roll the shoulders back. And if you'd like, you can push your palms to the floor. I invite you to close your eyes here and start to use your Ujjayi breath. Stay seated in Sukhasana, doing this chest opener with the breath as I readjust my screen. All right, so keep using your Ujjayi breath, breathing slowly and deeply in and out through the nose. Next exhalation, I invite you to open your eyes again, and you can release your arms out to the sides. Slide your right hand out, stretch your left arm overhead, looking upward. Come back to center. We're going to switch sides. Left hand slides up, right arm reaches overhead. Push off the bottom hand. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands in front of heart center. Inhale, lifting the arms. And exhale, lowering the hands. Do it once more at your own pace. And then when the exhalation is finished, return the hands in front of heart center. Once the hands are back in front of heart center, release your hands onto the knees. The palms are turned down. Inhale. Exhale, open your eyes. Hinge forward from the hips. Walk the hands out, let the head hang. Your left leg should be in front of the right this time. Inhale, lifting the head, lifting the chest. We're going to walk our hands in and sit tall. So it's time to come onto all fours. We're going to do a few cat-cows. Position the wrists under the shoulders, knees hip-width apart. Use your inhalation to lift the chest and point the tailbone to the ceiling. Push your belly button to the floor. Exhale, curling the tailbone under, round the back, chin to chest. Go at your own pace. Remember, use the Ujjayi breath, starting the breath, and then the movement. One last cat-cow. When the exhalation's finished, take your spine into a neutral position and lower yourself onto the heels, resting in Balasana, the child's pose. Inhale, lifting the head, lifting the chest. We're going to come to all fours and separate our knees hip width apart. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Subhanasana. Curl the toes under, lift the hips. Bring the weight to the heels. Press the chest to the knees. Continue to use your Ujjayi breath. Keep your mind with the breath. Bend your knees. Look in between the thumbs. Walk or step your feet forward. Bend both knees again. Inhale as you take your arms up. Lift the chest. And exhale for Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale, center. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips. Inhale, lengthen the spine, looking out in front. Exhale, fold in half. You can bend your knees, bring your palms to the mat as you step into a plank. Exhale as you go to Chaturanga, turning the elbows to the hips, lower the chest, and then inhale as you pull the chest through the arms, press into the tops of the feet. We'll bend our elbows, push off the floor, curl the toes under, going to downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look in between the thumbs, walk or step your feet forward. Bend both knees again. Inhale, arms up, lift the chest, and exhale for Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale, center, and exhale as you drop to your chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, lowering the seat. We're going to start with triangle pose, Trikonasana, right foot's in front. You can step back to your left and you're going to straighten this front right leg. Get about one leg's distance in between the front heel and the arch of the back left foot. Push your left hip over. Right side of the body will travel in line with the right knee. Option to find the raised arm behind the back. If you've chosen to do that, your left hand is holding on to the right inner thigh. Looking down at the right big toe, we're going to transition to warrior two. Bend the right knee and place the shoulders over the hips. So your shoulders are stacked directly over the hips. Don't reach forward yet. Transitioning to warrior one, turn your hips towards the right foot. Lower the hands back in front of heart center and step into your mountain pose or Tadasana. Your palms are opened outwards. Inhale, arms up, lift the chest. Exhale to the upward salute. Inhale, center, and exhale to chair. Toes, ankles touch, inner thighs squeezing together. Exhale, drop the seat. Okay, we'll do this same vinyasa, starting in triangle pose, Trikonasana, left foot's in front. Step back to the right, front leg straight. Push the left hip over, right hip back, and left side of the body travels in line with the left knee. If you want to bind the arm, go ahead and do that. Continue to use your Ujjayi breath. Coming to warrior two, your Vajrasana two, as you look down at the front big toe, bend the left knee and extend the arms out. So Make sure your shoulders are stacked on top of each other. If you want to go deeper into this pose, all you need to do is widen the base like I just did now. For warrior one, you're going to swing the right arm forward and turn the back foot a little bit towards the front left heel. Exhale, hands in front of heart center, and we can step into Tadasana. Inhale, arms up, lift the chest, and exhale to Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale, center, exhale, hands in front of heart center. We're going to do a crescent pose by taking the arms up, interlacing the fingers so the pointer fingers are up. As you exhale, tilt to the right, turn your head, look upward to your left. Inhale, center, exhale, tilt to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, hands in front of heart center. Close your eyes with me. Stand tall. So you can find a comfortable standing position if you want, meaning if you want to reposition the feet, you can do that. But once the feet are firmly planted on the floor, you stand tall with a long spine, shoulders relaxed away from the ears. Lift your toes up, spread them wide into the floor. Inhale, exhale, open the eyes and stare at a fixed point. Place your right foot either on the ankle, the side of the calf, or inner thigh. Turn your right heel forward to aid with the external rotation in your right hip. Option to reach the arms overhead. And lift from underneath the rib cage. Exhale, hands in front of heart center. Knee goes to the midline as you step into mountain pose with the palms turned outward, shoulders relaxed. Close your eyes, pressing the hands together in Anjali Mudra. Lengthen the spine. Chin is parallel with the floor, so your neck is long. Shoulders are relaxed. Lift your toes up, spread them wide into the floor. Push the four corners of your foot to the floor. Both sides of the ball of the foot, both sides of the heel of your foot are rooted into the ground. Inhale, exhale, open the eyes, and start with your left foot this time, resting on ankle, side of calf, or inner thigh. Option to reach the arms overhead. Exhale, hands in front of heart center. Bring your knee back to the midline and return to Tadasana, so your palms are turned outwards. We're going to go to a warrior three, and from there, half moon pose or Ardha Chandrasana. If you want to grab a block, you can. If you want to position yourself next to a wall, so you can always press your back into the wall, you can do that. So starting with a warrior three, if you have the block, place it forward of the right foot and slightly to the side. Okay, I'm going to start with my right foot in front, my left foot back. As you bend the right knee, place your right hand on the block or the ground and extend your left arm up. If you've used a wall as a prop, press both shoulder blades and hips evenly into the wall. And I'm sorry, I had to go right into half moon pose, my apologies. But we're just gonna stick with it. We're gonna bend the front knee and drop the left foot back and come straight ahead. All right, I'm going to switch my feet to the left. So if you did use the block, it goes slightly ahead of the left foot and to the left. Bend the left knee. Bring your left hand onto the block or the floor, and then the right arm comes up. This is known as half moon pose or Ardha Chandrasana. You want to turn your chest to the wide edge of the mat on the right side. And to come out of the posture, all you do is lower the raised arm, then the left knee, and step the right foot back. So we're going to skip our warrior 3 today, but don't worry, we'll do it again soon. Heel toe the feet together, or you could hop them together if you want, coming to Tadasana, mountain pose, so the palms are turned outwards. You're going to stand at the short edge of the mat in front. Place the hands on the hips. Roll your shoulders back. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips. Inhale, lengthening the spine as you look outward. We'll exhale, fold in half. Bend the knees, the palms on the ground. Step to plank. Modify the plank. Knees, tops of the feet on the floor. Lower the sit bones to the heels and rest in Balasana, child's pose. Inhale, lifting the head, lifting the chest. Come to all fours. Let's lower one hip onto the floor. Swing our feet around to the short edge of the mat and come into our staff pose, Nandasana. From here, we'll go to table pose. Walk the hands about 6 inches or so behind the hips. Your fingertips are turned towards the hips. Walk the feet partway up the mat, pushing through the heels and the palms, lift the hips. You can either look straight ahead or up to the ceiling. If it bothers your neck, listen to what your body's telling you and look straight ahead. And final option is to point the top of the head to the floor, gazing upward to the ceiling, but forward towards your nose. Continue to use the Ujjayi breath. Let's lift our head as we look forward and drop the sit bones to the ground rather, and come into Dandasana, staff pose. Slide the fingertips to the knees, look at the belly button, roll to the elbows, the shoulder blades, and then let the head rest on the floor. Walk the heels to the sit bones with both feet flat on the floor. Lower the small of the back to the ground. Slide your left leg down the mat, press out through the left heel. Bring the right knee to the chest. Interlace the fingers over the front of the right shin. Continue to pull the right knee closer and closer to the body. We're going to hold onto our right shin with just the left hand and extend the right arm out to the side so your right hand is in line with your right shoulder on the ground. Guide the right knee across the body towards the floor. You can look towards your right hand here. And we'll bring our head to center, bring the knee in, and set the foot on the floor. So we're going to slide that leg down, push out through the heels. Left knee comes in, another release the wind pose as you pull the knee closer and closer to the chest. And taking the left arm onto the floor, left palm turned down. Guide the left leg across the chest and towards the right. Heads turned as you look towards your left hand. Bring your head to center and bring the knee back into the body. We're going to drop the foot onto the floor and slide the leg down the mat. Roll your legs in and out from the hips and let them rest. we're going to do a series of twists. So walk the feet partway up the mat. Lower the small of the back onto the floor. Slide your arms out to the sides. You want the hands in line with the shoulders. Inhale the knees to the chest. As you exhale, lower the knees to your right and turn your head as you look towards your left. Option to place the right hand on the side of the left thigh, or you can pull the knees up higher towards your arm and extend the top left leg out. This is an option. It's pretty intense. You don't have to do it, but if you do decide to do it, your right hand is holding on to the left heel, and you pull the right knee up underneath the left knee. And you're welcome to stay right here with me too, with both knees bent. Keep bringing your left shoulder blade further to the floor. And then we'll bring our head back to center. Inhale the knees to the chest. Exhale, drop the knees to the left. Your head is turning to the right hand. And same thing, you can extend the top leg if you'd like, and hold on to the heel with the left hand. Or you can stay here with me. Right shoulder blade pressing further into the floor. And then bringing the head to center. Inhale the knees to the chest. Drop the feet onto the floor. Keep your knees bent. We're going to do a reclining eagle pose, Supta Garudasana, crossing the right leg over the left. Your knees are side by side here. Inhale the knees to the chest. Option to stay here, or you can bind the right foot behind the left calf. As you exhale, drop the legs to the left. Turn your head, look towards your right hand. Bring your head to center and inhale the knees to the chest. You're going to unwind them here and then set the feet on the floor. Cross the left leg over the right, knees side by side again. Inhale the knees to the chest. Option to bind the left foot behind the right calf. And then you can slowly exhale the legs to the right. Try to keep those shoulder blades flush on the floor. You're looking towards your left hand. Let's inhale, center. Inhale the knees back to the chest, uncross the legs and set the feet on the floor. You can take the arms alongside the torso, slide one leg down the mat, then the other. Roll your legs in and out from the hips, and then just let them rest. We'll walk our heels into our sit bones one at a time. The arms are alongside the torso. We're going to do bridge pose next, or Setu Bandha Sarvandasana. Walk the heels closer to the sit bones. So for bridge pose, separate the feet hip width apart. Make sure the sides of the feet are parallel to the wide edges of the mat. And with the palms turned down to the ground, on the inhalation, press through the heels and lift the hips up off the floor. Each inhalation, you can lift the hips higher. If you choose to move further into the posture, you can always roll one shoulder into the back, then the other, holding onto the ankles or interlacing the fingers. Inhale, lift the hips higher. Another inhalation, lift those hips high. And you're continuing to use your Ujjayi breath here. You do have an energy block that we're doing. It's called Jalandhara Bandha, and it's your chin is being pressed in toward that little notch at the base of your throat. All right, coming out of the posture, if you interlace your fingers, release your hands, unroll one shoulder, then the other, and then come down slowly, just one vertebrae at a time, until eventually your hips return to the ground. Extend one leg out, then the other. Roll your legs in and out from the hips, and then let them rest. Prepare for your guided relaxation, turning off any lights if you want, or placing an eye pillow over your eyes, or just simply closing your eyes. We're gonna relax in Shavasana with the arms away from the sides of the torso, palms turned up to the ceiling, legs separated in a nice wide letter V with the heels at the opposite corner edges of the mat. Staying comfortably reclined in Shavasana, take an active inhalation through your nose with a longer exhalation out through the nostrils. Let your awareness flow down to the toes. Wiggle your toes. Then let the feet rest. Move on to the hands. Wiggle the fingers. Then let the hands rest. Bring this focus back to the feet. Become aware of your toes one at a time. Notice the spaces in between each of the toes. Notice the entire foot. Feel the natural turnout of the ankles as you're resting here in Shavasana. Relax your lower legs. Relax your thighs. Feeling the muscles in the fronts of the thighs, the quads release and let go. Letting any tension in the hamstrings ease away. Allow your hips to unwind. Soften the belly. Untighten your chest. Relax your shoulders towards the floor, feeling the support of the ground beneath you. Soften your throat. Relax the jawline. Let all of your facial muscles smooth out to the sides, releasing any lines or creases that might exist in the face. Loosen the scalp. Bring the focus to your neck, the back of the neck specifically. Visualize the small muscles in the back of the neck softening. Become aware of your spine. Perhaps noticing how the upper portion of your back is comfortably resting on the ground beneath you. And there's a natural S curve in the lower back, just causing a slight arch of the lower back. You don't need to do anything, just simply being aware of this positioning. Relax your shoulder blades into the floor. Feel the support of the ground beneath you. Draw your awareness into the upper arms. Relax the muscles of the upper arms. Sense the spaciousness in your elbow joints. Bring the focus to your forearms. Then move the awareness into the wrist joints, noticing the spaciousness in each wrist joint. And finally, let the focus travel into the hands, relaxing the hands. Taking a moment to check in with each finger, noticing the knuckle joints within each finger, and sensing the spaciousness within the knuckle joints of each finger. At this point, become aware of how quickly you've allowed your body to relax. And at the same time, achieved a sense of serenity in the mind as you've chosen to turn your concentration to a single point, which for the time being is your own relaxation. Let's take an active inhalation through the nose with a longer exhalation out through the nostrils. I invite you to reopen your eyes, stay comfortably relaxed where you are. We'll just reawaken the body again by wiggling the toes, rolling the legs in and out, and then maybe wiggling the fingers and letting the hands rest. Walk the heels to the sit bones with both feet flat on the floor. Right arm raises overhead to rest on the ground behind you, and then you can roll to your right side. In your own time, push the left palm into the floor in front of you so you can sit back up in easy seat, Sukhasana, and we'll end our express yoga class here, sealing in the benefits of today's yoga practice. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you, Dennis.
Have a nice weekend.
You too. Have a nice weekend.
Bye. Have a great weekend, okay?
You too.
Yes,
Bye-bye.
bye. Thank you.